Surviving the unthinkable is a testament to human resilience, determination, and sheer willpower. From natural disasters to human-created horrors, the ability to withstand circumstances that would break many is a fascinating and often humbling subject. This paper will focus on 10 individuals who have survived such unthinkable situations, and their stories may serve as an inspiration to others facing challenges. Number 1. Julian Köpke, lone survivor of a plane crash. Julian Köpke's survival story is nothing short of miraculous. In 1971, Lanza Flight 508 was struck by lightning and broke apart over the Peruvian rainforest. 17-year-old Köpke, strapped into her seat, fell over 2 miles into the dense jungle. Despite sustaining severe injuries, including a broken collarbone and a deep gash in her leg, Köpke managed to survive. Drawing on the knowledge of the rainforest she had learned from her parents, both biologists, she found a small stream and followed it for 10 days. Eating only fruits and dealing with insects, predators, and wounds, she eventually found a small shelter occupied by lumberjacks who helped her get to safety. Her survival is a testimony to her resilience, determination, and the will to live. Her story serves as a profound lesson in survival and the strength of human character, even in the face of insurmountable odds. Number 2. Harrison Okin, trapped underwater for 3 days. In 2013, Harrison Okin, a Nigerian cook, was on board the tugboat Jaskin 4 when it capsized off the coast of Nigeria. Trapped in a small air pocket in the pitch-dark, freezing water, Okin survived for an astonishing 60 hours, nearly 3 days, without food or fresh water. In complete darkness, he could hear the sounds of sea creatures and the ship's creaking. He sipped on Coca-Cola and struggled to preserve the limited air pocket by not moving too much. In a terrifying twist, he could hear the sounds of sharks or other large sea animals devouring the bodies of his deceased colleagues. Initially sent to recover bodies, rescue divers discovered Okin alive, and he was brought to the surface in a carefully controlled decompression process to avoid the bends. Given the temperature, pressure, and lack of sustenance, his survival is considered miraculous. Okin's incredible story of endurance and faith under such grim and terrifying circumstances stands as a testament to the strength of human will and the resilience of the human spirit. Number 3. Aron Ralston, trapped in a canyon. In 2003, Aron Ralston embarked on a solo hiking adventure in the rugged terrain of Utah's Blue John Canyon, a destination known for its breathtaking beauty. However, what began as an exhilarating exploration quickly became a desperate survival ordeal when a large, shifting boulder fell and trapped his right arm against the canyon wall. Stranded with limited supplies, no water, and no way to call for help, Ralston faced a horrifying and unimaginable predicament. As hours turned into days, he recorded video messages and contemplated his life, realizing that his survival depended on a drastic measure. After 5 agonizing days of entrapment, assessing his options and battling intense physical pain and psychological torment, Ralston made the heart-wrenching decision to amputate his own arm with a dull pocket knife. The process was excruciatingly painful and took hours to complete. After freeing himself, he faced the daunting task of rappelling down a 60-foot cliff and hiking several miles through the arid desert, all while severely weakened and losing blood. His tale of survival culminated in his chance encounter with a family of hikers who assisted him in finding help. Aron Ralston's story is not just about enduring an unimaginable physical challenge, but also a powerful testament to human tenacity, willpower, and the deep-seated instinct to survive. His experience has become an inspiring symbol of perseverance and has been adapted into the movie 127 Hours, which helped spread his message of resilience and courage. Number 4. Louis Zamperini, 47 days adrift at sea. Louis Zamperini, a U.S. Olympic runner who became a WW2 bombardier, faced a harrowing ordeal in 1943 when his plane crashed into the vast Pacific Ocean. He drifted with 2 fellow survivors for 47 relentless days on a life raft. Surviving against nearly insurmountable odds, the men faced constant challenges, including the terror of shark attacks, the agony of starvation, and the physical toll of exposure to the relentless sun and salt water. After the tragic death of one comrade, their situation grew even more desperate. Upon finally reaching land, their relief was short-lived, as Zamperini was captured by the Japanese Navy and sent to a prisoner of war camp. There, he endured brutal imprisonment, characterized by harsh conditions and inhumane treatment until the war's end. His incredible story of enduring the unthinkable was later detailed in Laura Hillenbrand's book, Unbroken, serving as a powerful testament to human endurance and resilience. Zamperini's tale inspires many, symbolizing the indomitable spirit of survival even in the direst circumstances. Number 5. Nando Parrado and Roberto Canessa, surviving the Andes plane crash. In 1972, a plane carrying a Uruguayan rugby team, friends, and family met a tragic fate when it crashed into the harsh Andes Mountains. Out of the 45 on board, only 16 would eventually survive. Among these survivors were Nando Parrado and Roberto Canessa, who emerged as natural leaders during an unimaginable ordeal. Facing extreme cold, altitude sickness, and the constant threat of avalanches, the survivors were stranded without rescue, isolated in an uninhabitable landscape. As their food supplies dwindled, the group faced a horrifying moral dilemma. With no other option, they decided to resort to cannibalism to survive, using the bodies of those who had perished in the crash. This grim choice underscored the desperate circumstances they were in. After waiting in vain for rescue, Parrado and Canessa embarked on a perilous 10-day trek through the treacherous mountains, driven by determination and a profound will to live. Despite physical exhaustion, they finally encountered a Chilean shepherd who led them to help, ultimately leading to the rescue of the remaining survivors. Their journey is a powerful and enduring story of leadership, courage, and survival, reflecting the human spirit's capacity to overcome even the most dire circumstances. It has been documented in books and films, serving as a testament to resilience and hope. Number 6. Mauro Prosperi, lost in the Sahara Desert. In 1994, Mauro Prosperi, an Italian police officer, faced an extraordinary survival challenge during the Marathon des Sables, a grueling 6-day, 251-kilometer ultramarathon through the scorching Sahara Desert. Known for its extreme conditions, the race tests the limits of human endurance, but Prosperi's experience went far beyond the usual challenges. While competing, a massive sandstorm arose, causing Prosperi to lose his way. He was lost in the vast, unforgiving desert, miles off course. Over the course of 10 days, Prosperi battled the elements of disorientation and desperation. With no other option, he resorted to drinking his urine for hydration and eating bats and snakes for sustenance. His mental strength and determination were tested to the brink, leading him to a dark moment where he even attempted suicide, an effort that thankfully failed. Continuing to push forward, Prosperi stumbled upon a small oasis, a vital turning point in his desperate situation. He was eventually discovered by a nomadic family who assisted him to safety. Mauro Prosperi's incredible survival story is a remarkable testament to human resilience, determination, and adaptability in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. His experience has inspired many, underscoring the importance of hope and perseverance even in the most dire and inhospitable circumstances. Number 7. Anatoly Bugorsky, surviving a particle accelerator beam. In a bizarre and horrifying accident in 1978, Soviet scientist Anatoly Bugorsky endured an unthinkable event that would change his life forever. While working on the U-70 synchrotron, one of the most powerful particle accelerators of that time in Protvino, Russia, a safety mechanism failed. Bugorsky was struck directly in the head by a proton beam. This beam, which was traveling near the speed of light, penetrated his skull, passing through his brain and exiting the other side. Despite experiencing intense pain and the immediate sensation of a flash of light, Bugorsky managed to maintain consciousness and alert his colleagues to the accident. The medical community was astonished that he survived an incident that subjected his brain to radiation levels millions of times beyond usual. Though he suffered lifelong effects, such as partial facial paralysis, loss of hearing in one ear, and occasional seizures, Bugorsky continued to work in physics and earned his PhD. His survival is a scientific marvel and a profound study of human resilience and the body's ability to endure extraordinary trauma. The incident, although tragic, provided unique insights into the effects of radiation on human tissue and remains a subject of medical and scientific fascination. Number 8. Frane Selak, a Croatian music teacher, is often called the world's most unlucky, or lucky, depending on how you look at it, man. His bizarre tale began in 1962 when he was riding a train that derailed into an icy river, killing 17 passengers, but he escaped with just a broken arm. His series of accidents continued, including surviving a plane crash by being sucked out of the aircraft's door and landing on a haystack, being in a bus crash, and narrowly escaping car accidents involving fire. In 1995, he was struck by a bus, but survived with only minor injuries. Then, in 1996, he managed to escape yet another vehicular accident when he drove off a cliff to escape an oncoming truck, landing in a tree while his car exploded below. After all these brushes with death, Selak's luck changed in 2003 when he won over $1 million in the Croatian lottery. He decided to give away most of his winnings to family and friends and live a simple life. Selak's incredible story of survival through seemingly impossible circumstances has made him a symbol of incredible misfortune and unbeatable resilience. His life is a testament to the human ability to survive against all odds. 9. Vesna Vulović, surviving a mid-air explosion. In 1972, Serbian flight attendant Vesna Vulović faced an unimaginable ordeal when she survived a mid-air explosion that sent her plummeting 33,000 feet in the wreckage of a Yugoslav Airlines DC-9 airplane. The catastrophic event occurred after a suspected bomb detonated in the plane's cargo hold, causing it to break apart over Czechoslovakia. Among the 28 passengers and crew on board, Vulović was the sole survivor. She miraculously survived the fall despite suffering severe injuries, including a fractured skull, broken legs, and multiple broken ribs. The rescuers who found her were astounded to discover her alive amidst the debris. Her survival has been attributed to various factors, including her position within the plane and the angle of the wreckage's impact with a wooded slope, which may have cushioned the fall. Vesna Vulovic's incredible survival story earned her a place in the Guinness World Record for surviving the highest fall without a parachute, a record that still stands. She later became an advocate for political causes and an inspiration to many. Her miraculous survival against all odds serves as a profound reminder of the inexplicable and often mysterious nature of life and death, and a testament to human resilience and the will to survive. It has captivated people around the world and continues to be a symbol of hope and perseverance. Number 10. Phineas Gage, living with a rod through the skull. In 1848, railroad worker Phineas Gage experienced an extraordinary and gruesome accident that would become a seminal case study in neurology and psychology. While working on the Rutland and Burlington Railroad in Vermont, Gage used a tamping iron to pack explosive powder into a hole. A spark ignited the powder, causing an explosion that drove the 43-inch-long, 25-inch diameter iron rod through his left cheek, penetrating his skull and exiting through the top of his head. Incredibly, Gage survived this horrific accident and even retained consciousness. He could walk away from the scene with assistance and was later treated by Dr. John Martin Harlow. Despite losing a significant portion of his frontal lobe, Gage's physical recovery was remarkable, though he experienced dramatic personality changes. Once an amiable and responsible man, he became impulsive, irritable, and inconsistent. Gage's case has become a touchstone in the study of brain function, demonstrating the brain's remarkable resilience and adaptability. It has provided invaluable insights into the relationship between brain structure and personality, influencing modern neuroscience, psychiatry, and philosophy. Even now, over a century and a half later, the story of Phineas Gage continues to intrigue scientists and lay people alike, offering a unique window into the complex workings of the human brain. These 10 stories of survival against unthinkable odds encompass various scenarios ranging from natural disasters and accidents to deliberate human cruelty. They inspire awe, empathy, and a profound appreciation for life and the strength we all possess, even in the face of the unimaginable.